What's going on, everybody? So if you haven't seen what's been trending, it's Lonzo Ball throwing a basketball through a moving car, and that's supposed to be very, very exciting right now. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to pretty much go into the fact that Skip Bayliss is basically saying the Celtics, regardless, should just draft Lonzo Ball. Now, we know that they've traded their pick to the 76ers, so that's probably not going to be a possibility now that they've moved down to number 3. But the whole objective of this thing right here is Lonzo Ball is probably going to be more of a pass first facilitator, the same way he played in college. Like, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be that situation where Skip Bayliss is absolutely right, even though he's usually right with this, saying that he's transcendent. I don't know if he's that transcendent player. I do know that because of his skill set, he would have made the Boston Celtics a lot better. Now, Isaiah Thomas, he's 5'9". Obviously, we got to see it in the Eastern Conference Finals. He got hurt, but before he got hurt, it didn't matter. The dude is way too small to compete with the Cavaliers in that conference, and that's pretty much why you do everything that you're doing in the Eastern Conference is to compete with LeBron James. So we can't really try to put away that fact that the Boston Celtics, they probably should have taken Lonzo Ball first. It doesn't really make any sense otherwise because, I don't know who else is in the draft. Josh Jackson, I don't know. Looking at what these players are doing right now, there is no main guy, in my opinion. If you guys think that there's somebody like Fultz or whatever, if you think that there's somebody that's a main guy that could probably contribute to the Boston Celtics, leave it in the comments because I just don't see it. My biggest issue is this. They have to figure out a way to facilitate a deal to make them get as many star players as possible to keep Isaiah in the starting lineup, because a shoot-first point guard is not going to win in this league right now. It's just not going to happen. And we've seen it over and over again. I don't know why people don't understand that. I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas isn't a great player. Good. I can't say I don't know how to feel about it. He could score. The dude is a scorer. But other than that, you can't hide him. You can't hide him on the other side. And that's what I think is the major problem. And as good as he is offensively, if you need that one stop on the other side, people are just going to attack him. So now you got to figure out how your defense is going to rotate, because Muggsy Bogues he's not in the league anymore. Like, these short dudes are not really running around. 5'9", you're not D'ing anybody up. They're going to shoot right over you. So, looking forward with this, I don't know where the Boston Celtics go right now, because as we move closer to what's really happening, the Lakers are actually saying they want to take Lonzo Ball number 2. And exactly what I told you guys, they put all that bad stuff in the media. They try to do this, they try to do that. And if you notice, for the most part, LeVar Ball was very, very quiet during this time. I think they spoke to him and told him, look, we got to do this. We got to try to bring him down a little bit so that we can still get him. It's all about trying to get him to the Lakers, because once he goes to the Lakers, that's going to open up a lot more possibilities for the Lakers, because Magic Johnson being the new president of, basketball operations, all that stuff like that, him coming in there and taking over and doing what he's supposed to do, and his appeal is going to bring even more more people over there. And all you really need is some kind of veteran, a couple veteran dudes over there to help out with Lonzo, and the Lakers are going to compete. It's going to be, people have to understand something. It doesn't matter that, he's coming in, he's fresh, he's a rookie, stuff like that. This dude has a lot of basketball experience. Obviously, his dad wasn't as good in college, but he was there with him throughout the whole time with him and his brothers, and they've met people. Obviously, he's been coached, by people that his dad put in place, which means that his dad ultimately was the guy that was really coaching him, because if you look at the history and see what's been going on with all the articles, we all know LeVar Ball had a lot to do with everything that was going on. But being around Magic Johnson, being around greatness, that's going to enhance whatever Lonzo Ball is. So Skip Bayliss is absolutely right. But now that the pick has been traded, it's nothing they can do, because this is what Magic Johnson is doing right. Magic Johnson is clapping. He's like, all right, these guys don't really understand what I'm trying to do. So the only thing, and I don't think that the 76ers are going to take Lonzo Ball. So now with them switching the draft picks, and everything is kind of going right towards the Lakers. The Lakers are going to be destined for greatness very, very soon, because this is going to open so much up for them, and people don't even realize what's going on. But this may have to do a lot with Magic Johnson's magic. He doesn't say much, bruh. He sits there, he smiles, and he lets people do all their ridiculous garbage, and he just, swoops in and takes over, because 76ers and the Boston Celtics are playing, a fool's gold game, and he already knows what he wants. If Lonzo Ball is not taking number 1, Lonzo Ball is going to the Lakers. It's not like it's rocket science. We all know that he fits the criteria the best. It was just a game to where, look, they got number 2 and they had to make Boston uncomfortable. Danny Ainge, he fell for it. I don't think he really fell for it, but I don't think that they want to deal with LeVar Ball and what might happen if they do draft him. Because in every interview that LeVar Ball has been on, he's like, yeah, if you want to draft him, go ahead and draft him. But that'll be a difficult thing, sort of like the Mannings. Like I said, I brought this up several times. When who was that? What team drafted the Chargers? When the Chargers drafted Eli, Dad was like, nah, we ain't doing that. Send him to New York. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to have to deal with that situation. So I just felt like the Celtics made a move to kind of keep them in the mix long term and just get away from the BS, because that's pretty much what it's going to be. Because LeVar Ball, trust me when I tell you, behind the scenes, that man does a lot more than you do, that we see right out in person. So you don't want those kind of problems, regardless of where he is. So I do think that this was a play for the Lakers to get Lonzo Ball. And now, with Skip Bayless saying what he's saying, it doesn't really correspond, but I think they should have drafted Lonzo Ball. Let me know what you're thinking. Is there a better choice for the Celtics right now at number 3? What's going on? Let me know. Until next time, one love.